Welcome to Body and Brain Fitness, where we explore toning and strengthening the body while enhancing whole brain communication. So we'll begin in a seated posture. And as we work through this, you can do this work sitting or standing, but I'm encouraging you to spend as much time standing as you feel comfortable. So with that said, I'm going to begin in a seated posture, and you're encouraged to be seated. But as you work through, feel free to, again, stand when you feel comfortable to do so. So in our seated posture, I'm working on a cube for better visuals. If you're seated in a chair, preferably a firm chair, we're going to move a little more forward away from the back of the chair so that we are encouraging our body, the muscles in our body, to support our spine as we're sitting. But you feel free to, if you need a rest or a pause, to go ahead and bring your back up against the backrest. So looking at our alignment, so this is, we're exploring our foundation position in which we're working. So we'll look at this seated as well as standing. So in this seated posture, the ears and the shoulders and the hips align. Now, if you're sitting in a firm chair, you can bring awareness to the base of the pelvis, which is those sitting bones. So if you rock a little bit from side to side, you'll feel those bones at the base of the pelvis in the seat of your chair. So just bringing awareness to those sitting bones. And then noticing that, again, that alignment. So when we're in this alignment, our spine is neutral, and that's where it's the safest place and the strongest place for our spine to be. And that's where we want to, again, bring our awareness as well as toning those muscles around in the body to support the spine being in that neutral position. So seated. So sitting bones in the seat of the chair. We've got the feet about hip width distance apart. So if I face you, you'll see feet hip width. And we're going to watch that our knees stay up over our ankles. Yep. Good. So in a standing posture, so if I were working standing here, we've got the feet to the floor, feet hip width. Toes are facing forward and the heels are behind the toes. So we've got the knees stacked up over the ankles, we've got the hips up over our knees, the shoulders up over the hips, and the ears are over the shoulders. So whether seated or standing, we bring awareness to the top of our head, and imagine that we are growing tall into that space above the head. So creating more space, growing a little taller, yeah. And then awareness of our chin, so the chin stays parallel to the floor, and we might even drop the chin down just a wee little bit, just to keep the back of the neck nice and long. Good, and then if we bring awareness to our collarbones, so they run here in the upper chest, and they attach to the sternum. So if we bring awareness to the collarbones, we're going to invite those collarbones to broaden out, and we're going to find that sternum moving forward and lifting slightly upward, bringing awareness then to the abdominal muscles. So when we work to open that chest, lifting that sternum forward and slightly upward, we're going to feel the abdominal muscles engaging, and that's good. I'm going to encourage you to bring your hands to, one hand to rest on your navel. Bring awareness to your breath. So we're going to take a couple breaths here. And as you relax in your body, see if you can feel, as you inhale, your belly expanding into your hand. And then as you exhale, feel the navel draw back toward your spine. So we want to feel that. And on that exhale, drawing your navel toward your spine. And as you draw your navel to your spine, you're going to feel your abdominal muscles engage, and we want to encourage that. So feel that. Inhale, relax your belly, and see if you can feel the belly expanding. Just means your diaphragm's moving down as you inhale, and that's good. We want that to occur, and then that brings that pressure in the belly, and the belly kind of expands hands out. And then exhaling, draw navel to spine. So when I encourage you to engage your abdominal muscles, this is that feeling that I want you to feel, the navel drawing toward the spine, and feel the abdominal muscles engaged. So let's do that together right now. Draw your navel toward your spine, activate those abdominal muscles. So you can do it a little bit, you can do it a lot, and feel with your fingers, feel your abdominal muscles engaged. Yeah. So when I ask you to engage your abdominal muscles, this is what I want you to feel, okay? Good. So let's give our bodies a wiggle and a shake. We're going to go into our first movement, and we're going to work on engaging those core muscles as we do this movement. Okay, so here we go. So this movement is as if it's a rowing movement. So we might imagine being in a boat that we're going to row, okay? So being a little more forward in the seat of your chair, always safety first. So you want to make sure that you're sitting firmly in your chair, but you want to have some space to move as we row, okay? So again, feet hip width apart. I want you to feel those feet to the floor, especially those heels, but pressing feet to floor. You can even press your hands into your legs, pressing those feet to the floor. So we're activating the feet and the legs with bringing that awareness there. We've already been working to activate our abdominal muscles, so we've got that covered. Okay, so now the arms are going to reach forward. So here I am vertical. So now we're going to come in front of the vertical. So and you can turn your palms down and make a soft fist with your hands as if you were holding on to the oars. And we'll take a breath in and exhale. Go back behind the vertical, abdominal muscles engaged, and those elbows draw back. Good. Inhale, reach forward, and exhale to draw back. Just like that. You're doing great. So working to your comfort level, so you can have this be very soft and gentle. And then as you feel more comfortable, you might reach a bit forward and go back a bit more. So when on that back stroke, when those elbows draw toward the wall behind you, you're going to feel the back of the shoulders drawing back as well. And you might feel those shoulder blades drawing in toward each other. And the front of the chest becomes very spacious, but that navel's drawing to spine. Keep going. When you come forward, feel those feet pressing into the floor, and all the while, we've got a nice neutral spine. So that movement, the hips, right? Hinging at the hips. We're not rounding the spine, so it's not this movement, so we're not rounding our back. Spine is neutral. Yes, good. So aware of the spine. And we're inviting those muscles in the body to activate that are supporting that nice, beautiful, neutral spine. Yeah, good. Keep going. And then we might move with a little more speed. And then we might slow it down. Let the hands come back onto the legs and find the ears, shoulders, hips to align and give those shoulders a nice roll. So let's talk about the rolling of the shoulders for a moment. So the shoulders are going to draw forward. Actually, if I come to the side, so the shoulders will draw forward and then draw up toward your ears, and then let the shoulders draw back and then release them down. And let's do that a few more times. We can even see about timing this movement with our breath. And always, if it feels complicated to do the movement with your breath, then just keep breathing, slow, deep, and rhythmic, and work with the movement. But timing it with the breath, we might inhale, let the shoulders come forward and draw up toward your ears. And then exhale, release them back and down. Good, let's try again. Inhale and exhale. So we're breathing in and out through the nose, or if whenever your body wants to exhale through the mouth, you can use that option too. Sometimes that ha or sigh feels really nice. So you just explore. Good. Those shoulder rolls. Very nice. So now we're going to explore so we're going to come into marching, and we're going to work with a pattern. And so the right hemisphere of the brain controls the left side of the body, and the left hemisphere of the brain controls the right side of the body. And we want to encourage the left and the right hemisphere of the brain to communicate. And how do we do that? We do movements where we're incorporating right and left side movements to encourage the two sides of the brain to communicate. So we're going to play with this pattern to do just that. So the more we do this, the more we practice this encouragement, this communication between the right and the left side, we build more nerve cells and networks form. So this communication becomes faster and more efficient. So don't worry if it gets, confusing or you get a little bit combobbled. Just smile, you can laugh and giggle, have some fun with it as you explore, okay? All right, so hands on top of the legs, and we're just letting those legs be just marching. And we're going to bring awareness to the right foot, and we're just going to tap the right foot out to the side, just like this. Yeah. We're just tapping, tap, tap, tap. Good. And then let that right foot come back in, we're marching. And we'll do that tapping with the left foot. Tap, left foot's tapping now. Good. And we're marching. Bring the arms out. And we're going to play with the arms. We're going to take them wide and we're going to clap out in front. So right now we're just marching and clapping, just like that. Good. All right, now let your hands come together. Keep your feet marching. We're going to work now with the right foot tapping. So bring awareness to your right foot. And we're going to let that right foot tap to the side, just like that. Now, to add some more fun into this with our strengthening, toning our bodies, we're watching that our spine staying neutral, engaging those muscles to keep your spine neutral. Stay tall through the top of your head. Your sternum stays forward and lifted. Good. So now bring awareness to your left hand. So we're working that right leg, right foot's tapping. Now left hand is going to move out. So it's this. Yeah, good. Just take your time. If you need to pause and rest, you pause and rest. So it's not about going fast. So right foot taps and left hand reaches out and claps in the front. Good. Keep hanging in there. We're breathing. Hands to rest and just march your legs. Good. Good for you. How did that feel? It's fun. All right, arms out in front and tap your left foot now. Good. Now take your time and just find your rhythm. This takes practice, right? Okay, so now left foot taps, right hand comes out, and then we tap in, clap in. Just like that. You're doing great. Just explore. Keep going. You can rest if you need to. So as you explore this, you can spend more time working with this. You can increase the amount of time that you're doing this. Good. And let the hands rest and march. Just let the arms just swing as we're marching. Very nice. And we're just going to take a pause here to wiggle and shake out our bodies. Good. Give those legs a shake. Very nice. Let's take together. Let's take a nice deep breath in through our nose and exhale through our mouth. And just let everything relax. Good for you. Okay, so let's do a little bit of work with the arms. We're going to come back to that sequence. So, no fear. We'll have more time to play with that. All right, let's take our right arm out to the side. So if you're feeling that you want to stand up for this, feel free to stand. Right arm is going to come out. Oh, and with that sequence that we just did, you can certainly work with that standing. So practice that sitting, and then as it feels available to you, you can do that same sequence standing. Okay, so take the right arm out. So wherever it's comfortable for you. So you can take the hand to be about, and the arm to be about shoulder height. If you need to be down a little further, that's fine too. We just don't need to go up above the shoulder. And so we're going to imagine that we have crayons at the tips of our fingers. And imagine that we're drawing little circles on the wall, on the side wall. And then we're going to have those circles become spirals so that each circle is going to become a little bigger and bigger and bigger than the last. Yeah? Until we get to that point where we're drawing pretty big circles. Yeah, good. And then just notice the direction you're going and pause when that hand comes down, and then reverse the direction. And now we're going to draw a big circle, and then let this begin to spiral so that each circle becomes smaller than the last. Yeah, good. Navel's drawing to spine. Keep those core muscles engaged. And now we're drawing teeny tiny circles. And then let that arm relax. Let's take a nice big breath in through our nose and exhale through the mouth. And let that arm and shoulder just really, really relax. Wiggle the fingers and just let that left ear begin to move slightly toward the left shoulder, just stretching gently through the side of the neck and the top of that shoulder, right down through the arm, right down to your fingers. Yes, good. Let the head lift back upright. Hand can rest on the leg. Over to the other arm now. So let that arm go ahead and stretch out. Imagine again, crayons at the tips of your fingers. Good. And we're going to begin to draw little circles on that side wall. The navel's to spine, engaging those abdominal muscles, supporting our body and our movement. Yeah. Good, and now we're going to find our spirals so that each circle is going to become a little bigger than the previous circle. Yeah, nice and slow, just to your comfort level, always, always, always. And then when your hand floats down, we're going to pause and then reverse the direction. So working to your range of motion. See if you can find a nice fluid movement here. See if you can encourage your circles. So now we're spiraling smaller and smaller to be as round and as fluid as possible. Yeah. Now teeny tiny circles, drawing on that side wall. Beautiful. Let the arm float down. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And relax. Let that shoulder and arm right on down to your fingertips. Let it all go. Maybe it's feeling like it's growing longer or that it's really heavy. Yeah? We're sitting nice and tall. And then slowly invite the right ear to move toward the right shoulder as we encourage a gentle stretch through the left side. Nice deep breaths. Good. And go ahead and bring the head back upright. And we'll give the shoulders a little roll. Good. All right. So now let's go back to our pattern. So now I'm going to show you if you're doing this standing. So we're doing our marching. Arms come out in front. Yeah. Good. And by all means, you stay sitting if you're more comfortable there. So we're going to tap the right toes out. Tapping, tapping. Good. Find your rhythm. And now as the toes come out, the left hand moves out to the side. And then we're clapping. Just like this. Good. Clapping, clapping, tapping, and clapping. Good. Keep going. So if you're standing, you're working on balance too. So this is balance, coordination. We're working core in our class, and we're working with alignment and awareness, really paying attention to what we're doing. Yeah. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Good. And release the arms and march it out. And let's try this on the other side. Actually, I'll come over here so I can tap with that left foot taps. Arms out in front. Good. And now right hand comes out and claps. So this is that left and right hemispheres of the brain communicating. Yeah, you're doing great. And the more we practice this, the more that communication gets established. Good. Navel's drawing towards spine, connecting us to our body's gravitational center. Right here, that's our body's gravitational center. Keep going, keep going. Working to your comfort level. You do as much or as little as you feel comfortable to do. Good. And release. And keep those feet marching. Good job. Arms can be moving. Very nice. Shake all that out. Next, we're going to work with air push-ups. So imagining that we are pushing our hands against a wall. So I like to practice these. You can do them sitting or standing. And the encouragement is that when you have a wall available to you, so if you're walking down your hallway or whatever, find a wall and you can practice these. Actually practice them at the wall. But in this case, we're going to practice and we're going to do them pressing into the air. Okay? All right. So, and I'll actually turn sideways. So the hands are up and about shoulder width distance apart, and just the wrists are about aligned with the shoulders. Yeah. And so this movement, we're going to bend the elbows, and then we're going to press the wall away. And then we're going to bend the elbows. And then we're going to press the wall away. And we're going to draw our navel toward our spine and engage those core muscles too. So I want you to really work on pressing away. So let's work with this together. So we're going to say about timing it with our breath. If that doesn't serve you, if that feels too complicated, then just keep breathing as normal and do the movement, okay? So we're going to inhale, and we're going to bend the elbows. We're going to exhale, actively draw your navel towards your spine and press that wall away. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. And inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Keep working here, pressing away. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. So now if you were, or let's just say when you have the opportunity to be at the wall, You can take your feet a bit away from the wall. So the further your feet are away from the wall, the more challenging these are. And the difference is, instead of pushing into the air, our hands are going to be at the wall, and we're going to work here. Press away. Inhale and exhale. So you don't have to go all the way to the wall. You can make these be very gentle, or you can make them be more substantial, where maybe your nose will come to the wall. So you're going to play with that when it's available to you. But in the meantime, here we are. We're pressing away. And as always, you're taking a pause and resting as you need to. Yeah? Good. Shake all that out. Good work. So next we're going to play with imagining that we're going to hug a tree, or wrapping our arms around, you know, I like to think of a tree. So this movement is, on the in-breath, the arms are going to come back, and we're going to feel the back body engaging and feel spacious through the front body. So we're tipping back behind those sitting bones. And then exhale, navel to spine, activating those abdominal muscles and core muscles. And we tip forward, so hinging out those hips, and wrap the arms. So we're kind of doing this movement. Yeah. And then inhale to open up, and exhale to close. Spine stays neutral, that movement through the hips, and we're hugging those core muscles around our spine to keep our spine neutral. Yeah, good. So what we're not doing is rounding the back. So it's not this sort of movement. We're staying tall, let that sternum come forward and slightly upward, and coming forward and hugging. Or imagine a big giant beach ball wrapping your arms around. Good. And coming back, ears, shoulders, hips to align. And if you were doing that standing, still you can do that standing, and it would look like this. You can have a slight bend in the knees. Yeah. Good. So having some fun with that. And then releasing. Good. So we're going to do some more work with, this is good for the core, and this is good for that left and right brain communication. So into our marching. So again, seated or standing, you can do this. Hands come out in front. And with this one, we're going to lift the right foot and let the left hand touch the knee. So let's try that. Lift your left leg up, and right leg lifts, left hand touches. Yeah? Let's try that a couple times. Just with lifting the right leg, and the left hand touches the knee. Yeah? Good. And release. Now let's do lift the left foot. So left foot lifts, right hand touches the knee. Just like that. Good. So sitting or standing, you can do this. Keep that spine neutral. Keep lifting through the top of your head. Let that sternum forward and upward. Yeah, feel those abdominal muscles engaging. Good. Now let's see about alternating. So right foot lifts, left hand touches, release. Left foot lifts, right hand touches. Good. Go ahead and play with that nice and slow. Keep going. So if I were standing, it would go, yeah, just like that. And if balance were an issue, you could always practice this standing with your back against the wall. Yeah, good. These are wonderful, again, for that right and left hemisphere communication. And then you can see about, perhaps, if it's available to you, the elbow, instead of the hand coming to the knee, you can get the elbow moving to or toward the knee. Yeah? And again, you can do these standing, back against the wall, or you can freestand if you get to that point. And again, the knees can touch, or they're just going to move. The knee and the elbow are going to move in that direction. So this is lovely for balance, lovely for that brain communication, working our core as well. And so you can have fun with these. You can do these, you could go for a minute or 2 or 3. Yeah. Good. You're doing great. Be here. And when you're finished, give the body a wiggle and a shake. Let's take that nice breath together. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And let all that go. Wiggle and shake out the body. Good job. Let's take our arms out to the side and we're going to turn, make a soft fist with our fingers and turn our thumbs up. Sitting nice and tall. So watch that alignment, yeah? Nice neutral spine. That sternum, we know where it's going, right? Forward and slightly upward. Good. And we're breathing. So now let's turn the thumbs down. Let's turn the thumbs up. Let's turn the thumbs down. Good. And up. And down. And up. Good. Go ahead and release those arms. Give the shoulders a roll. Beautiful. Now sitting or standing, you can do this either way. We're going to imagine that we're climbing a ladder. And we're reaching up to one rung of the ladder, then the other. And we're going to do this nice and slow. We're going to see that reaching up and then reaching up, feeling a nice stretch through the side of the body. Good. Keep going. And then next time our right arm reaches up, let the left hand just rest. Let that arm reach up. Bend the elbow, hands just resting softly on the top of your head. And begin to move the left shoulder toward that left hip. And just encourage the right side of your body to expand. Right up through the armpit, right up through to that elbow. Good. Keep breathing. Nice deep breaths here. And slowly ease up. Good. And release that hand. Lovely. And let's go back to our ladder climbing. Yep. Let's keep reaching and stretching and breathing. Good. And the next time that left arm or the other arm goes up, we're going to hold there. Bend at the elbow. Let the hand rest on top of your head. Growing nice and tall. Slowly begin to allow that right shoulder to move toward the right hip. And begin to feel very spacious through the left side. So from the hip through the side of the body, right up through the armpit, right up to that elbow. Lifting up toward the ceiling or to whatever's available to you. Good. And we'll slowly begin to rise back up. Release the hand, release the arm, and give those shoulders a nice roll. Good. Very nice. So now we're going to do a nice stretch for the shoulder. We're going to do this one at a time. I'm going to turn to face, to show you on the back body. So bring awareness to your right hand and let the right hand come behind your body. So just let the back of your hand rest against your low back. And I'm going to show you also from the side. So the spine remains neutral. Yeah, lifting through the top of the head, chin parallel to the floor. And our work here is to breathe and relax through that shoulder. Good, and we might just invite that hand to your comfort level to move, and I'll turn so that you can see the back, to move up the spine. We're only going to go little movements at a time because we want to continue to take nice deep breaths here. And our work is to relax and to let our body be at ease here. Just keep breathing and just letting this shoulder, the front, the side, the back of the shoulder. You're not looking for pain or discomfort, looking for ease in our body, right? Good, nice deep breaths, whatever that wants to be. Beautiful, keep breathing. And then slowly release the arm at your side, give it a little shake, and then rest it on the leg over to the left hand. So we take that left arm down, find the back of your hand to that low back, or whatever's available. Nice neutral spine. We're breathing here, and we're just going to take a few breaths and then ask the body, is it available to lift the hand to go a little higher? And your body, your shoulder might say yes, and your body might say no, this is plenty. And so we're honoring that, paying attention, listening, breathing, relaxing. Just taking this little pause. Nice deep breaths. Good. And then go ahead when you're ready, slowly release that arm, give a little shake, roll the shoulder. Good. All right, so we're going to do this next portion seated. So this is a nice reboot, if you will, for the brain, for the nervous system, that whole body-mind connection. So we're going to do it seated. We're going to bring our legs right together and go ahead and cross your right leg in front of your left. So we're just crossed like this. Yeah. And then go ahead, take your hands and arms out in front of you. Your palms are facing each other. And then turn your palms, or turn your thumbs down so that your palms are now facing the wall on either side of you. Take now your right hand higher than your left hand. Yeah. And then bring the palms of your hands together. Interlace your fingers, gently bend your elbows, and draw your arms in toward your body. Yeah. So lifting through the top of your head, we're going to take a nice deep breath in. On the exhalation, draw your navel to spine, hug your legs together, and actively hug your arms together and draw them in toward your body. I'm going to take 3 breaths like this. Beautiful. Now stay in this position, but now relax your body. As if you're just giving yourself a gentle hug. 3 breaths here. Beautiful. Slowly unleash your fingers and release your arms. Slowly Release your legs, and we're going to invite, hands can come to the inside of your legs, the inside of your knees, and invite your legs to go as wide as they feel comfortable to go, keeping the spine neutral, staying tall through the top of the head. Good. Go ahead from here, let the arms float out and up. So you maybe turn your palms toward the sky, toward the ceiling, staying tall through the top of the head, but keep your chin parallel to the floor. Taking 3 breaths right here. Beautiful. Let those arms float down. Bring awareness to your feet, heel, toe, your feet back in together, hugging those legs together. Good. Find that lovely spine. You can shake and wiggle. Anytime your body's asking for that wiggle and shake, you take it. You can even do with your tongue. You can open your mouth and let your tongue come out. Yes. Wonderful way to release energy in the body when it's asking for that. Allow it. Yeah. Good. Hugging legs together. Here we go. Awareness of the left leg now. Cross it over. So cross that left leg over in front of the right. Good. Nice neutral spine. Let your arms float out in front of you, palms facing each other. Then turn your thumbs down and your palms facing outward. Good. Left hand now lifts up over the right. And now invite the palms of the hands to come together. Interlace your fingers. Now gently bend the elbows and invite the arms to come in toward your body. Just kind of snuggle them in. So here we go. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And as we exhale through the nose, draw the navel towards spine. Hug your legs together and hug your arms together and in toward your body. We're going to take 3 breaths here. When you're working on this on your own, you can certainly do more breaths. And you can do less breaths. You can do 1 breath if you want. Good. And now relax. Stay here in this position, but relax your body. 3 more breaths. You can close your eyes. Just be here. Deep, slow breaths. Beautiful. Go ahead, slowly unlace your fingers. Release your hands. Nice. Release your arms. Let awareness to your legs now. Uncross your legs. Hands come to the inside of your legs, and we're going to invite the legs to go wide again. So nice stretch on those inner thighs. Good. So when you get to the point where your legs are at the end of their comfort zone, yeah, with the knees staying up over the ankles and your knees are pointing in the same direction as your toes. And hands are just supporting and encouraging knees to stay up over the ankles. So we're going to grow tall through the top of our head. We're going to let the sternum draw forward and upward. And I'll show you from the side. So nice neutral spine here. At the back of the shoulders, gently, like in the energy of like a magnet, draw toward the wall behind you. So the collarbones are broadened. Chin parallel to the floor. We're breathing here. And then from here, we're going to see about the knees staying up over the ankles. And if it feels steady, like they will, and let your hands come off your legs, turning your palms toward the ceiling. Keep that sternum lifted, and we're breathing here. Let's try letting the arms float down. And then let's take a breath in. We'll take the arms back up. So you can reach up as high as you feel comfortable to go. And then we'll let the arms float down as we exhale. And then take another breath in, sweeping the arms out and up. Good, hold and breathe. And when you're ready, hands float down onto the knees or the legs. And once again, we'll heel toe those feet back in, hugging those feet together, hugging legs together. We're going to press, interlace the fingers, pressing the palms together. Navel to spine on that next exhalation, and we're just going to hold here. Hugging legs together, navel to spine, pressing your palms into one another, lifting through the crown, chin parallel. Beautiful. And then just relax. Hands to the legs, let your feet come hip width apart. Here's inviting you to explore little acts of kindness toward yourself and toward others.